Okay, today I want to take a look at the new Permablend lip kits. So I've got Sweet Lips and I've got Sultry Lips. And I'm going to take these colors apart, break them down, and I want to show you how I analyze the pigments. And so by analyzing the pigments, you really get an understanding of what colors are actually in your pigments, and it'll help you better determine when and where you should use them, and it'll help you better predict the color that you're going to get back. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get the Msds sheets, and those are the material safety data sheets, and they should be available for any product that you're using. If you contact a manufacturer or a company and they refuse to produce an Msds sheet, stop using that product. These are things that should be available to all consumers, and so you can start by just Googling Permablend Msds sheets. And you're going to see something like this, which leads you to this website. And this section here that has a full list of all of the colors. And when I click on each of these, you see it brings up the Msds sheet.
Let's click on Bazooka right here. And it brings up the Msds sheet. There's a bunch of information about the pigment here. And if you scroll down, it'll give you additional information about what's in the pigment and other important information. But let's concentrate up here where the pigment ingredients are, which is pigment white number 6 and pigment red 210. It also gives the CI, CAS, and EC numbers, which are how colors are distinguished in other countries.
First thing that I do is I take a sheet of paper and I've written out for sultry and sweet. I put all the colors that I want to look at, and then I write, I make these little sections because we're going to pull the color on here. And then here I write in what colors are in that exact pigment. Okay, next step, I have a little cup of water here and some Q-tips.
So the first thing that I do is I take the full pigment color and place a dot right here. And then using a Q-tip, I'm just going to spread the pigment color out a little bit. This way we get to see what the pigment looks like at its full intensity. Then I'll dip it in a little bit of water so that I can water it down a little bit. And then I'll dip it again because what I really want to see is what it looks like at its full color and at its dilution. Sweet Melissa is a really nice color. It has white, red 110, red 210, and yellow 14, which means that it has a little insurance protection. Red 101 and red 210 are really nice reds, and the yellow adds for a little insurance from going too dark. Mauve is really nice, and it's composed of only white and red 101, which I really love colors that only have a few ingredients because that means that I don't have to think a lot about what's in them. So this color, even though it's a very mauve-y kind of neutral looking color, because it's just white and red 101, I feel very safe using this in any color lip. Bazooka is just that. It's a bright pink bubblegum color. And again, I like it because it's just two colors, white and red 210. It's definitely a cooler looking pink, and we can see that even as we dilute it, the color stays pretty true to the original full concentration. Because it's a cooler leaning pink, I would definitely add a little of orange or yellow insurance if I'm working on a very cool lip. Scandal is white, red 254, and red 269. So when you look up red 254 and 269, you can see that they're a little on the cool side. So again, even though this is a really beautiful color, you can see that it's a little a little cool, little kind of on the magenta side. And so before I use this in a cool lip, I'm going to add a little yellow or orange. Pillow Talk is a color that you really want to be careful with. It's a gorgeous color, but it's made with white, red 170, and some blue. And normally we stay away from blue in our lip colors, but I've used this color and it's absolutely stunning. You just want to make sure that you're really addressing any coolness in the lip by adding a little bit of insurance or making sure that you work on a fairly warm lip. And this is one of those colors that really heals true to color. In fact, all of the Permablend colors really do, but this color, it looks really fantastic, and it has a little bit more of a pink tone when it's healed. Date night is red 210, red 269, and some white. So again, a little on the cooler side, but with a little bit of insurance, it heals absolutely beautiful. You can see at its full concentration, it is fairly dark. And then when I dilute it a little bit, you could see that it's definitely a cooler tone pink. So there you have it. This is the Sultry lip kit. And you can see that these colors are definitely a little on the cooler side. So use with caution in cooler lips and add a little of insurance if you need to. So now we move over to the Sweet Lip set. And the first color that we're looking at is Orange Crush. This is yellow 14 and red 210. Red 210 is a very bright orangey red, so it's already a safe red. And then the yellow is going to give us, that little bit of insurance. So Orange Crush could be used all by itself as a, to produce a nice light pink in a cooler lip, or you can use it to modify any of the other colors, because it has such a strong and orange base, and you can see that as I dilute it. Ladybug is red 254 and yellow 14. So we saw red 254 before, and we know that it's a little on the cooler side, but with the yellow, it provides a little bit of insurance and warms it up quite a bit. So you can see that this is a really pretty pink, almost the color of my gloves. And what's important here too is take a look at the difference between the Orange Crush and the Ladybug when I dilute it. Orange Crush having no white in it and Ladybug having some white, you can see that there's more opacity to Ladybug and there's more translucent property to Orange Crush. So it's the white that gives us all of that opacity, which is safe when used in lighter colored lips, but you really want to avoid a heavy opacity in a darker lip. Queen's Red is one of my favorites. It definitely mixes very well with other colors, especially because it's only two colors, white and red 210. So we saw red 210 up in Orange Crush, and now we get to see it kind of on its own, just lightened a little bit with the white. I'm just going to try to dilute it a little bit more because I got a little too much on my Q-tip here. Squash is comprised of white, yellow 14, and red 210. So again, we've got the white and the red 210 from Queen's Red, and then we're going to add some yellow 14. And so you can see a huge difference between Queen's Red and Squash, where Queen's Red was a little on the cooler side, and Squash is definitely a very warm orangey color, and that's going to be from the addition of the yellow 14. French Fancy really produces a beautiful light pink, and we've got a few colors going on in here. We've got white, red 254, red 101, yellow 14, and again that blue, which it's something that we generally want to avoid in lip colors, but because we've got the red 210 and the yellow 14, they counteract it, but you can definitely see that it's a little on the cool side. So I would definitely keep an eye on what kind of lip you're using with this. If it's a little cool, you want to add a little warmth insurance or just stick to warmer lips. Nutmeg is red 101, white, and yellow 14. oh, sorry, yellow 42. And so it's definitely on the neutral side. And there you have the Permablend Sweet Lip set.